Today I had something that I experienced that really shows me that God is real and that we really should take other people's feelings into consideration. I was at the grocery store and I was in the frozen aisle. I was looking at the healthy frozen meals, and this lady could have gone around me if she wanted to, because there was nobody around. But she had to go where I was, and, yell at me and be like, well, excuse me. And at the time, it hurt because I didn't say anything to her. I wasn't being disrespectful. I honestly didn't hear her because I've been sick the last couple of days to where it's hard for me to hear. My voice is in and out. And I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I just didn't hear her. And so, I was mad. She, got up in my face. And, it was just, to me, it was very disrespectful. So I leave the store with my stuff and I'm in the car and I am frustrated, and I did vent, to my husband and to one of my friends. And then I decided to sit on it for a little bit and think about what that situation was teaching me, or what the lesson in that situation was. And to me, that the lesson I got in that situation was that you don't know what people are going through in their life. She may have lost somebody. She may be going through abuse. We can't judge a book by its cover. And as much as I was angry and I was upset, I understood that the majority of the time when people take their anger out on you, it's not because of you. It's not because you did something or you were being disrespectful to them. It was because they see this shining light that you have, and that was their loudest cry for help. I know a lot of people are like, no, it wasn't. That was not their loudest cry for help. Actually, if you hear closely in their voice, you can tell a lot by their voice what situation they're in. And I could tell by her voice that something wasn't quite right at home. I could tell that she was about to cry. I could tell that she really didn't mean to take her anger out on me. It was more of there was something going on at home. Or there was something going on in the family that was just eating away at her. And, I did the right thing. I didn't yell back at her. I didn't do any of that. I just let it slide off of me. But it made me realize that, not everybody who yells at you or who's disrespectful to you is being disrespectful to you or has something to do with you. The majority of the time, it has to do with what they are dealing with at home. Or they are dealing with something that is painful. This world is a very sad place. It is. I'm a Christian. I believe that everything happens for a reason. You are allowed to vent. You are allowed to explain your feelings. You're allowed to have feelings. You're allowed to explain your situation. You're allowed to feel that situation. But you shouldn't yell or treat them the same way that they treated you. I know a lot of people are like, well, I'm being the bigger person if I treat them the same way they treat me. Actually, you're not being the bigger person. You're going down to the same level as them. But another thing that you can do is you can probably understand their situation and understand what they are going through. Because the majority of the time, I can bet you the majority of the time when people are being mean to you, it really has nothing to do with you. There's something in themselves or what they're dealing with that is hurting them. And they don't know how to handle it. All they know how to handle is taking anger out on other people. And when God has us encounter those kind of people, He's not doing that to be mean to us. He's doing that because he knows that we will handle it in a certain way that would show those people peace. Because actually, if you don't yell at them, if you don't go down to the same level as them and you don't say anything, you're actually showing them peace. You're showing them that, you don't even have to speak words. Actions speak louder than words, and just not saying anything shows them that, they may think it's being disrespectful, but in a time, it's not actually being disrespectful. It's showing them that peace is a real thing, and it can happen if you want peace in your life. If you don't want peace in your life, well, then, that's your life, right? But there's something bigger in this situation than just peace. People are hurting. People are dealing with cancer, with COVID, with an unknown illness that the doctors can't seem to figure out. It's thousands of different things that people are dealing with. And this world's a scary place. It is. And it's a sad place. But that doesn't give us the right to treat people like trash, or to be disrespectful, or to be rude. And that goes to everybody. But of course, we will have those situations where when they treat us like trash, we want to treat them the same way that they treat us. But you have to pause and tell yourself to not do that. Because the majority of the time, you have to remember, wherever they are going through, it has nothing to do with you. I wanted to share this because it kind of just... It was not just God talking to me. It was more of, I was angry. I was upset. And I did vent, to my friend and my husband. But I realized while I was venting, you know what? Maybe it wasn't directed at me, her anger. Maybe there's something going on in her life that she doesn't understand, or she's hurting, and that was her loudest cry for help. You never know. You never know what people are going through in their life. You never know. And I just, I wish this world wasn't a dark place. Because it is. And that's just the kind of world that we live in.